You ever have one of those moments where someone looks you dead in the eye and basically says, "You don't belong here," but they're smiling, all polite like they're doing you a favor? Yeah, that was the vibe the morning I got on Skylight Airlines Flight 217. Picture this. First class, sunlight streaming through the windows at SFO, everyone pretending to be civilized. Then, Lauren, the lead flight attendant, this woman, could weaponize a smile, leans in, and drops it on me. "Ma'am, you don't belong in this seat. It's reserved for someone more distinguished." That's a punch that comes wrapped in silk. So there, I am, Emily Harper, Black, 32, running a billion-dollar AI company. Tech trend innovations, fingers frozen on my laptop. First class is supposed to be comfort, but suddenly I can't breathe. Let me back up a sec. I'm not just some random flyer. I'd reserved 2 weeks ago, paid full price, used my platinum membership. I'm heading to New York to give the keynote at the Global Ethics and Technology Conference. All the usual stuff, hair pinned, navy blazer, head in the game. But none of that matters when you're seen as an outsider before you even open your mouth. Just as I'm settling in, here comes Susan Reynolds. 50-something, suit so sharp you could shave with it, designer watch, a whole mood of "this is my world," and you're just passing through. She stops at my row and, no kidding, announces, "This is my seat. I always sit in 2A. It's practically reserved for me." She's loud enough for the cabin to go silent. My heart's pounding, but I look up, stay calm, because I've danced this dance before. The weight behind her words? It's not about seat assignments. It's about who gets to belong. Lauren circles back, smiles tight. "There's been a mix-up. We need you to move for one of our regular platinum guests." Her eyes flick to Susan, making it clear, Susan's the real platinum, and I'm just something else. I hold up my card, flash my confirmation email, voice steady. "I booked this seat. I have the same status as MS. Reynolds." For a second, Lauren's mask slips. She's surprised, but not enough to back down. Then she says, "This seat is typically reserved for long-standing members like MS. Reynolds, we'll find you another seat, same amenities." The cabin starts to buzz. Phones come out. In 3B, Sarah Evans, young journalist with that look of hungry curiosity, is recording everything she knows a story when she sees one. Meanwhile, Susan leans in, all stage whisper, "I sincerely hope this won't delay our flight." And right then, she slips a wad of bills into Lauren's pocket, discreet if you're blind, but not discreet enough. So I say, "I'm not moving. I followed every rule, paid for this seat. If there's a problem, I'd like to speak to your supervisor." Lauren looks like she wants to crawl out of her skin, but she disappears and comes back with Michael Carter, the first-class supervisor. He's got the air of someone who thinks rules are for other people. He leans in, voice low, "There's been a mistake. This seat is reserved for our specially prioritized customers. We need you to cooperate and move." You know what I mean? Specially prioritized. That's not even code. That's just naked. I stare him down. I'm a platinum member. This is my seat. Susan is grinning like she's already won. Lauren's hands shake. Michael's mask is cracking. Sarah's camera is steady. Someone in 4A mutters. She showed her card. "This is outrageous." Michael leans closer, hisses, "Don't make this difficult. We can make your flight very unpleasant if you don't comply." Classic power move. But I don't move. I grip my boarding pass like it's a lifeline, look out the window. The energy in that cabin, man, you could slice it with a butter knife. Then, just like that, airport security shows up. "Ma'am, please gather your belongings and vacate this seat. Crew request." My hands are steady, but my heart is racing. I hit record on my phone, say loud enough for the whole row to hear, "I'm Emily Harper, platinum member. This seat was reserved for me. I'm being asked to leave because another passenger prefers it." Sarah catches every "beat me" dignity. Lauren's guilt, Susan's smirk. Security says, "Please comply, or we'll have to enforce it." A guy in 5A speaks up, "This is unfair. She's done nothing wrong." Phones everywhere. I pack my stuff, every move deliberate. I stand. For a second, Susan and I are face to face, old money versus new resolve. Lauren's eyes are full of tears. Michael gives the nod, and the officers walk me down the aisle. It's a walk of shame, but I hold my head high. "This is discrimination," someone shouts. A woman whispers, "She's the first black woman I've seen stand up like this in first class." They take me to the VIP lounge, tell me to wait. I'm not done. I send footage to my lawyer, text my assistant, prepare all documentation. This isn't over. Meanwhile, back on the plane, Susan drinks champagne, thinking she's won. Lauren's hands are still shaking. Michael's poker face is gone. But Sarah? Sarah is a one-woman news cycle. She edits her footage, adds subtitles tags Justice for Emily, Skylight Discrimination at CNN and New York Times. The minute the plane lands in New York, the video is up. An hour later, 500,000 views, then 1 million. This is 2025, not 1955. Unbelievable. Hashtags go global. Skylight Airlines starts trending for all the wrong reasons. My phone explodes. Messages from activists, civil rights attorneys, random strangers. We've got your back. Meanwhile, in Chicago, Skylight CEO Robert Thompson gets a dossier. You just booted your largest investor and the company running your $50 million tech contract. Their stock wobbles, investors panic. I shoot an email. You've got 24 hours to fire the crew. Own up, or I'll pull my stake and kill your contract. Boardroom goes nuclear. Do they fire Lauren, Michael, and Captain Sullivan or risk total meltdown? At 4 p.m., we're on a shareholder call. I lay out the evidence. Sarah's video, bribe on camera, Michael's threat, passenger testimonies. Board protests. Lauren's been here 10 years. David's a legend. I cut through. This isn't about a few people. It's about a culture. After a brutal vote, they fold. Socials blow up. Crew terminated for professional misconduct. News banners everywhere. Skylight fires crew in discrimination scandal. Lauren sobs in the crew lounge. Michael punches a wall in his apartment. Captain David, 30 years in, sits with his pilot's cap, stunned. Susan? Her law firm suspends her, client's bail, Twitter memes her to death, airline Susan. Hermes bag and all. Meanwhile, I'm back in San Francisco, eyes on the bigger picture. Prepare a federal class action suit if they backslide, I tell my team. But the firings aren't enough. Skylight grounds flights for 48 hours. Every employee exec to gate agent goes through anti-bias boot camp. I'm in the press conference, standing beside Robert. We can't undo the past, but we can fix the future. The reforms are real. Employees role-play discrimination scenarios, confront their own bias. Lauren, Michael, and David take part facing victims, owning their mistakes. It's not soft. It's honest. It hurts. But the culture starts to shift. Oversight boards, new leadership, AI bias tools. Employees admit, we used to ignore this stuff. Not anymore. Even Susan enrolls in diversity training. She's slow, but she's trying. Sarah Evans writes a book, does TED Talks, calls me the sister I never had. Other airlines follow suit. Tech companies adopt our AI tools. Department of Transportation launches an inquiry. Change ripples out fast. 6 months later, Skylight's not just surviving. They're thriving. Customer satisfaction's through the roof. I'm at the Global Ethics and Tech Conference, keynoting on justice and systems of power, getting a standing ovation, but what matters is seeing gate agents, pilots, everyone treating passengers like humans. Harper Gate opens at O'Hare, named for what I did. Lauren, Michael, and David are there transformed, helping others. Susan volunteers at Legal Aid, quietly making amends. Sarah is a media force, amplifying stories like mine. And me? I mentor young black women in tech, fund scholarships, remind them you belong anywhere you work for. So, yeah, C2, it was never the point. It's about every seat, every door, every room. About calling out injustice, even when it's wrapped in a smile. Because you never know one video, one voice can shake the system. Now it's your turn. Where do you see injustice? What would you do? Share your stories, speak up, comment below. Justice isn't a moment. It's a movement, and we're all on this flight together.